This episode of Eminence Legacy podcast is brought to you by FE26 Legion, built for disciplined, not the distracted. Every FE26 design is released for a limited season and then retired into the vault. No restocks, no reruns. If you're wearing FE26, it's not because you followed a trend, it's because you live by a standard. Find the current season at fe26legion.com. Discipline remains, the Legion endures. Let me ask you something. When was the last time someone asked you how you were doing? And you actually answered honestly. Not I'm good. Not just busy. I mean honestly. Because if you're the one everyone depends on, you already know how this works. People come to you. They lean on you. They expect you to handle it. And you do. But somewhere along the way, you stopped being the one who gets asked. There are people listening to this right now in the United States, in Vietnam, all over the world, living completely different lives, but holding the same position. You became the strong one. Not because you chose it, but because you never broke. You never gave up. You kept going. So people kept leaning on you. And over time, it stopped being something you did. And it became who you are. The one who handles it. The one who shows up. The one who does not complain. The one who keeps going. But let's be real for a second. That role comes with a cost. Because being the strong one means everyone knows they can't lean on you. But nobody ever stops to ask what you are carrying. And let me stop you right there. Because most people will hear that and brush it off. They'll say, that's just life. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's my responsibility. And they are not wrong. But they are also not being honest. So listen carefully. Because this is where it starts to break down. You didn't just become reliable. You became unavailable to yourself. You learned how to show up for everyone else, but you never stopped to ask if you were still okay. So you keep giving, keep showing up, you keep handling things, but something in you is getting quieter, more distant, less connected. And some of you listening right now are carrying pressure you didn't even create. Family expectations, culture responsibilities, the weight of being the one who has to get it right. Different country, different background, same internal reality. You became the one everyone depends on, and you never stopped. And here is where this gets real. You were taught to serve, to show up, to do what's right, and that matters. But there's a difference between serving others and slowly losing yourself while doing it. Doing what's right doesn't mean ignoring what's real. And if you keep showing up for everyone else without ever checking in with yourself, eventually, you don't just feel tired, you feel disconnected. So what do you do with this? Not everything, not all at once, just this. Get honest about what you're carrying, not what people see. What's actually weighing on you? Stop pretending you're always fine, because silence does not make you strong. It just makes you unseen. Make space to reconnect, not to escape, not to avoid. Reconnect. So let me ask you directly, when was the last time you actually checked in with yourself without trying to fix anything? And if you haven't, why not? And next, we're going somewhere even deeper, because there is a question most people avoid completely until everything gets quiet. Midnight. And that is where the truth shows up. This isn't for everyone, but if it hit you, you already know that. Legacy builders don't just carry weight, they learn how to manage it. So don't just listen to this. Stay here. Follow this podcast so you don't lose it. So you don't lose what you just felt. And if you're listening through a link right now or on Chrome, take a second and go follow this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, because this isn't something you check in on. It's something you built with. If this gave you clarity, leave us a review so the right people can find this when they need it. And if someone came to mind while listening, send it to them. Not everyone, just one. See, most people will hear this and go right back to carrying everything the same way. But a small percentage will actually stop, face what they're being, and will face what they've been ignoring. The question is, which one are you? This is the Eminence Legacy podcast. For the legacy builders listening, you don't have to stop being strong. That's not what I'm asking you to do. But you do have to start being honest. Honest with yourself. Together, let's rise to your eminence. Catch you in the next one.